Hello guys, and welcome back to my series about books from my collection. Today we're doing a third video and I'm showing you a actually very rare book because I'm not even sure where to start looking for it. I got this book quite some time ago. I believe I got it from an Afghan war veteran, but I might be wrong here, I can't remember now because I got it well over 10 years ago, I'd say. And this one is actually a very interesting blast from the past, I would say, because it features a lot of photos from Afghanistan from 1970s, 1980s. And let's look into it. Okay, so here's the book itself. It's called roughly Modern Day Afghanistan, or Today's Afghanistan, which was true back in the day. Now it's more like 50 years old Afghanistan. The book opens from the left, as any book in Arabic or Farsi language would. Starts with a nice end paper of map of Afghanistan with some working class people presented on it. I don't know and I cannot read Farsi, so you'll have to excuse me, but there's not too much writing in this book overall. So here it roughly says, the admin information about the book, like who wrote it, who published it. It says that there are some Soviet editors here, but I'm not sure where the book was printed. It does remind me of Soviet printed books, so maybe it was actually printed in Soviet Union. I guess this is a introduction from then President of Afghanistan. And let's see what the book has for us. Since both countries are now long gone, I'm not afraid of any copyright infringement, so we can actually go thoroughly through this book and I can show you all the pages here. And overall, it feels like some sort of a album to promote Afghanistan in general, showing mostly some everyday life events, some landscapes, something going on here, but yeah, I cannot read it. Some industrial development, some engineers in their office space. Some politics. Here's Leonid Brezhnev for you, visiting Afghanistan, I assume. Some Soviet-Afghan friendship. But I like those photos the most. They're quite beautiful from a photographic point of view. And there are a lot of details to see, especially when there are people on the photos. You can actually look into what they were wearing, how they were wearing stuff. Here, for example, Afghanis wearing jeans. I can only assume how envy Soviets were at the time to see a photo like this, because jeans were a big thing in the Soviet Union in the 1980s and they were quite rare, and anyone who did own a pair was considered very well on the social ladder. Here's some good photos of Afghan armaments. Some more. I'm probably not going to go through all the photos in the book because the book is actually quite big. I think it's around 200 pages. But you can get the idea. And I mean, since we are a military history publisher, I will try to focus on those pages that actually show us some small arms, or maybe Afghan army photos. Now it's clearly a Soviet engineer working together. It's probably Afghans in Soviet Union. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here. Some farming, essential for any Soviet-style propaganda, I would say. And here we start to get some Afghan army. I assume this is someone from Afghan army, but actually the uniform is quite indistinct. And the AK-74 is not the typical weapon for a member of Afghan army, but yeah, that's this one has to be looked into for more details. All right, let's get back to the full picture. All right, some more farming, some more military related issues. Oh, that's a good picture showing those 10 MK5s, 50 cal Browning, and I forgot the name, a French SMG, and some FN files at the very end. And that's an interesting photograph because I haven't seen almost any of these weapons on photos of Mujahideens or in captured weapons or Afghan army. I mean, clearly this is an armory of an Afghan army unit, but I mean, weapons from these places tended to go around Afghanistan. And I think I only seen one photo of Stan MK5 in the wild. So yeah, it's not typical. Let's see what else. That's a good photo. And there's some almost kids with AKs. Mostly Soviet AKs, which is cool. A Mosin carbine, 1944 edition. And then Afghan Commando in this very rare camouflage. The photos of Afghan army are quite rare, so each one actually tells quite a lot of story for us. And well, those people who follow Safar for long, they know that we have this book planned, the book on Afghan army. Unfortunately, it takes really long time for the author to actually start doing anything, as he's the one who's supposed to do the photographs. He has the biggest collection of Afghan army equipment, and he did make a couple of photo shoots, maybe good enough for 10-20 spreads, and then he stopped, and he wasn't writing anything either. So I mean, I'm trying to push him lightly, so maybe one day we'll get back to this project. But I mean it's probably not going to be a very commercially successful project. There are not that many people who are interested in Afghan army as such, but it's very much a project that I want to finish, because, well, if we don't at this point, then this history will probably be gone for good, because I really don't know anyone that invested into Afghan army or history of Afghanistan during the Soviet presence. So it's, I mean, even if there will be a person like that in the future, it's very unlikely that this person will be able to, you know, collect things and put them all in our book. So yeah, we'll try our best to complete the project, however small it will be. Oh, there's something cool. So this book, as I said, I probably bought it from Afghan war veteran, and there are some signs together with addresses of his comrades, I assume, and that's pretty cool. It would be interesting to, you know, actually try to find those people, although those signs were made long time ago. Probably around 40 years ago now. Has to be it. Yeah, there are quite a few of them. Everyone coming from different part of the Soviet Union, just showing how sort of international or multi-ethnical Soviet army was. Like literally every entry is from a very different part of the Soviet Union. Right, and well, we're coming to an end. Some sport event with Afghan people, some parades, and just some faces. So yeah, there it is. Oh, actually, finally I can read something. It says Afghanistan Today, the photo album on Dari language. Sorry, I at the beginning I said it's probably Farsi, but it's on Dari. There's similar languages, but not the same. And that's the end paper on the other side. Well, so to round up, I'm really glad I have this book in my collection, because of course it's a very rare sample, and it gives me a lot of insights on the on life in Afghanistan back in the day. So these photos are rare. I haven't seen any of them anywhere else. I haven't seen any of them on the web. So you guys are quite lucky to watch this video and to have a good look at this book, because well, if you ever find one, I suggest you grab it, because I thoroughly believe that it has historical value. They just those ones will never be reprinted again. So yeah, it's a very good collectible for this very niche topic. Stay tuned and well, thank you for watching.